What's up, everybody? Week 1 in the books. Week 2 about to start tonight. But before we get to that, let's talk about week 1. So when I did the draft, I got that little recap of how well you're gonna do, what they think your record's gonna be. They have me listed as 0 and 13. NFL.com did not think I was gonna win one game. Well, I blew that bubble up. Not only did I win a game, I scored the most points last week. How about my sleeper picks? Robbie Anderson, 23 points. Hilaire, 20 points. Aaron Rodgers, who I was shocked fell so far, 38 points. 4 TDs against a Minnesota team that he usually doesn't do well against. I'm telling you, this is my year. This is my season. Quick shout out to the Islanders. Tonight, game 6. We're going to do it. We're going to make it a game 7. All right, let's jump to it. Still Karen, Ariel, sorry, man. Listen, this is your first time here. You lost. You lost. Listen, you lost to a legend. You have nothing to be embarrassed about. I believe you're gonna probably do well in this league. You went up against a monster the first week. I think of it as like a christening into the league. Um, Ariel, she drops down to 0-1. I'm up to 1-0. Next up, we had who was the next matchup? NC 8000 versus Bad Boys, and Bad Boys picking up the win. Big games. Let's see. Josh Jacobs, huge game, 33 points. Rasheem Moss, I can pronounce the name. Monster from San Francisco had 23 points. And then Kyler Murray. Those three pretty much carried you. Marco, you dropped to 0-1, but as I always say, I never count you out because you like to come out of nowhere and you make a run. So it's early, but FC 8000 drops down to 0-1, and Bad Boys is 1-0. The next matchup, Flying Buffalo Wings versus Mean Machines. Alex did his thing, 133 to 101. Man, you got off. Allen got busy for you. Cook got busy for you. The Saints defense against the GOAT got busy for you. Pick 6 by that bum ex-Giant, freaking, what's his name, Jenkins. Man. Mean Machines leaving Crowder on the bench and he drops 22 points. That had to hurt. Good drops down to 0-1. Alex is now 1-0. Next matchup. This was actually the closest matchup of the week. Bushwick Hitman versus Team Deal, and Bushwick Hitman ekes out the win. Bubba, you just barely made it. Garbage time got you. Got you the win. 91-89. Bubba, you want to know. This is a great start for you, man. The last few years, you've kind of started off very badly. You're 1-0, man. You're starting off strong. It's good to see that, man. I like to see when you're involved in the process here. Bushwick Hitman goes to 1-0. Demetrio, man, 0-1. The running back game, man. You're really suffering in the running back area. Listen, if you need a running back, I have one available for you if you want to trade. We can talk, man. I'll hit you up with a request. Team Deal drops down to 0-1. Bushwick Hitman goes to 1-0. The defending champs versus Gotham Knights. Frank's Jets pulls out the win 127-104, continuing his hot streak from last season. You had a good game, man. You had a good game. Let's see. Who was the biggest performance for you? Davante Adams. I don't know who I was talking to, but I was talking about Green Bay because I was like, how is that? I think it was Lon. How is Aaron Rodgers dropping so low? I'm like, well, he has no one to throw to. Davante Adams dropped 35 points, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Get out of here to let guys throw to. Huge game by him. Put you up over the top. Terry, you didn't have much guys really going well for you except for Thielen and Mahomes. Everyone else kind of sucked it up last week, man. Gotham Knights dropped down to 0-1. Frank's Jets is 1-0. Then we have Brooklyn Giants versus the runner-up, Baby Shark. And, man, Brooklyn Giants with the shellacking. Lamar Jackson, 33 points. That's expected. Darius Slayton, 26 points. And if I'm correct, Slayton actually dropped into the later rounds. So that was a huge game, a huge pickup. They pull up, and the Baltimore Ravens defense, 21 points. Man, I don't understand how the Cleveland Browns, with all that talent, can't get it together. I mean, there's too much talent on their team to be that bad. Brooklyn Giants go up to 1-0. Baby Shark drops down to 0-1. And then the final matchup is Colin Kaepernick versus Legendary Giant and Juan. I know you must have been cursing me. So I'm watching the game on Sunday. I'm like halfway through. Juan is just killing my son, killing him to the point that I call Juan. I'm like, listen, Juan, stop beating my son. It's embarrassing. And he's like, listen, don't jinx me, man. It's still early. I'm like, you're up by like 80 points. Well, let me tell you, my son made a run. Holy crap. And it was closer. Listen, that touchdown doesn't get called back. That's probably another 10, close to 7 to 8 points. Juan, you still pull out the win. Legendary Giant 130 to 112. Legendary Giant goes up to 1-0. Colin Kaepernick drops down to 0-1. So we have this week's matchup. Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP versus MT 8000. Marco, sorry, man, but you dropped down to 0-2, man. Sorry, bro. You're just going up against the juggernaut right now, man. My team is stacked. It's out. And I got Rodgers going against Detroit. And you know he loves to throw. He has some great games against Detroit. I got Edwards-Helaire going up against the Chargers, who, man, that's not a good team. Robbie Anderson, I think Tampa and Carolina are going to have a shootout. I think Anderson's going to have another monster game. I think the Jets are kicking themselves for not re-signing him because, man, their offense is atrocious. So I see myself going up to 2-0. Marco, I see dropping down to 0-2. Legendary Giant versus Team Deal. Looking at the matchups, and I gotta go with Legendary Giant. I mean, you got McCaffrey, you got Carson, who I think is gonna have a good game too against New England. Russell Wilson. There's a lot of unfinished business there from what happened in the Super Bowl a few years ago. So I think Seattle's gonna come out really attacking here. And I think Juan's gonna go up to 2-0. I think Team Deal's gonna get their second loss. Again, Demetrio, you need a running back. I got some. Talk. Baby Shark versus Frank Jets, a rematch of last year's championship. Looking at this matchup, this is gonna be a close one. Damn, I'm gonna give it to my brother-in-law. I think he's gonna take it. I think he's gonna go 2-0. Just Dallas, I think is gonna be a lot better this week going against the Atlanta defense. That's not great. I think Prescott's gonna have a good game. I think Chubb's gonna have a good game tonight against Cincinnati. Devontae Adams gonna have another monster game. I got my brother-in-law taking this game. Bad Boys versus Bushwick Hitmen. You know what, Bubba? I think you're gonna get the win. I think you're gonna go 2-0, man. I think this year is the year where you come back into the playoff race and you do your thing. I got Bubba going 2-0 in this. I got Bad Boys dropping down to 1-1. Flying Buffalo Wings versus Gotham Knights. Terry, I think you get the win. Sanders comes back for Philly. I think Terry's gonna get the win. He's gonna come back to 1-1. And Alex, I think you're gonna drop down to 1-1. I just think I don't think Alex is gonna have as good of a game against Miami as they did against the Jets. The Jets are just really bad. Next matchup, Colin Kaepernick versus Brooklyn Giants. Ooh. This is interesting because, man, there's a lot of good players on both sides. I don't see Slayton having the same game he had against the Bears that he did against the Steelers. I know the Steelers defense is good. I just don't see him doing that in Chicago, no less. And this is a toss-up, man. I think Brooklyn Giants is going to eke it out. I think Brooklyn Giants is going to go to 2-0, and I think Colin Kaepernick is going to drop down to 0-2. It's going to be close, but I think that's what's going to happen. And then Steel Curtain versus Mean Machines. And I think Ariel's going to get her first win this week. I think she's going to go up to 1-1. I think Khalid's going to drop down to 0-2. Khalid, I'm just going to take it to the fact that you probably just didn't realize it, that you had a guy who's inactive playing. Just make sure that doesn't happen again this week. Make sure you set your lineup. Make sure you don't have any inactive guys. I am going to be very strict this year on people who have inactive people playing. If now focus on the league, man. It's not fair. We got to keep it fair for everybody. So make sure you look at your lineup before the game starts, man. So that's it, man. That's the matches for this week. I got Eli 2-time Super Bowl MVP. I got Legendary Giant. I got Frank's Jets. I got Bushwick Hitman. I got Gotham Knights. I got Brooklyn Giants. And I got Steel Curtain game this week. Have fun this week. Go Giants. I actually like the way they played last week. Steelers got a monster defense. And I think Jones, he's still green. He doesn't have a full season under his belt. But the Giants did a lot of good things that I saw. Things that I haven't seen in a long time. Like them actually playing some defense. Go Islanders tonight. We win tonight. We take it to Game 7 against a very, very, very good Tampa team. Go G-Man. You guys have a good week.